This video is going to look at the consequences of a sedentary lifestyle. So the first thing we've got to establish is, what do we mean by the word sedentary, and what is a sedentary lifestyle? Well, a sedentary lifestyle is any lifestyle that contains no or irregular amounts of physical activity. So it's your typical couch potato. Anyone that that doesn't do any exercise is someone that will be leading a sedentary lifestyle. So I want you to have a quick think. How much exercise do you do per week? How much exercise, how many hours a week do you take part in exercise? Because this is going to be something we're discussing in our next lesson. So start to tally up in your mind how many hours you actually do. In this video lesson, we're going to be looking at a few of the different consequences of being sedentary. So we're going to look at the potential for becoming overweight or obese, the increased risk of heart disease and diabetes, how it can affect your sleep patterns, how it affects your self-esteem and reduces your confidence, and how it makes you feel tired. So we're going to have a look at all of these different things and try and see how being a sedentary person can increase the chance of all of these, and how doing exercise can help overcome some of these. So the first one we're going to look at is weight gain and becoming obese. And this is one of the major implications if you do lead a sedentary lifestyle. Because if you're not exercising, you're not going to be burning off as many calories. So all those calories you're eating are going to be staying in your body. Whereas if you were exercising, you'd be burning them off while you're running, cycling, rowing, whatever type of exercise you're doing. One of the big things here can be high-fat diets. High-fat diets obviously have a high number of calories in them. And when we eat that food and don't exercise, that fat tends to build up in a central area around our stomachs. So weight gain and becoming obese is probably the major implication for leading a sedentary lifestyle. Another issue that can arise is the issue of the increased risk of coronary heart disease. And the main reason that coronary heart disease occurs is we get a build-up of what are called fatty plaques within the walls of our arteries. So all the fat that you eat will start to build up in your arteries if you lead a sedentary lifestyle. And I'm going to show you a picture of that in a few minutes. And what that means is it reduces the amount of blood that can get to our hearts. So you've got all this fat building up in your arteries leading to your heart, meaning not as much blood flow can get to your heart. And eventually, that restriction of blood and less blood getting to your heart can result in a heart attack. If you have a look at this picture here, you can see normal artery around here. You've got no fatty plaques building up. But if you're leading a sedentary lifestyle and you're not burning off this fat, so this normal artery here will be someone who is doing their exercise regularly and burning fat as a source of energy for their exercise. Whereas someone who is leading a sedentary lifestyle won't be burning any of that fat. So it starts to build up in their arteries. And you can see it here, this yellow colour. This will be the fat building up because it's not being burnt off. So if you're leading a sedentary lifestyle, the blood flow is getting restricted to your heart, and that's what can increase the risk of a heart attack. Another implication of leading a sedentary lifestyle is the increased risk of diabetes. There's two types of diabetes. Type 1, which is genetic, so that's not going to be affected by a sedentary lifestyle. But type 2 diabetes is mainly caused by leading a sedentary lifestyle. So if you're not doing exercise and you're eating too much fatty food, then you're possibly going to develop type 2 diabetes. And what this means is the fat that you're eating will build up around your cells in your body. And your cells won't be able to respond to insulin. So insulin is what allows us to take sugar out of our blood and into our body to use it for energy. But the more fat we have around our cells, the less the insulin is able to work. And what this means is sugar levels in our blood start to increase. So because the insulin is not allowed to work, and we're not allowed to take the sugar out of our blood, because of these high levels of fat, the sugar levels start to rise inside your arteries, inside your bloodstream. And exercise can really help reduce blood sugar levels. We're able to use it as a source of energy to help us to perform exercise. And also, it reduces the fat buildup around our cells. So our bodies are able to use the insulin more effectively. So if you're living a sedentary lifestyle, then you're going to get increase of fat, which stops insulin working and means your sugar levels are going to rise. If you're doing exercise, then you're able to use that sugar as a source of energy and you're less likely to develop diabetes. So being sedentary is also going to affect your sleep. It results in poorer sleeping habits and poorer resting habits. You might not be able to sleep for as long. You might wake up many times in the night. You might not sleep for as many hours over the duration of a night. And also, sitting for too long every single day is also linked to trouble sleeping. Okay, and there's potential that you're not tired enough by the end of the day because you haven't burnt enough calories, because you haven't moved enough. By the time you try and go to sleep, you're not tired enough to actually fall asleep. And what exercise does is it regulates our hormone levels. Okay, and by changing our hormone levels, it allows us to sleep better during the evening. So you can see, if you're sedentary, you're not going to be tired enough at the end of the day. If you do exercise, all these hormones that are released while you're exercising will help you have a better night's sleep. Sedentary lifestyle is also linked to poor self-esteem and confidence. So this is not feeling good about yourself. And the main thing that this is linked to really is your body image. So if you're overweight and you have less confidence, you're less likely to talk to other people, you're less likely to want to stand up in front of a class or a crowd and say something to other people. So being sedentary can have a big implication on how you feel about yourself and your own confidence levels. So the last one we're going to look at is the idea that leading a sedentary lifestyle is going to make you feel tired. Exercise itself does wonders for your body. So as we already learned in the last lesson, it increases the release of serotonin, this hormone that makes you feel good. Remember, the same one that's released when you're eating chocolate. And endorphins are other hormones that get released that make you feel better about yourself when you're exercising and also make you feel more alert. It also boosts your stamina. So by that I mean you're more able to do work and tasks throughout the day without getting tired because your body's more used to it through doing exercise. And finally, it lifts your mood. It makes you feel better. You feel better about your body, you feel better as a person, you'll have more serotonin going around your body, so you're going to feel more happy than you would if you were sedentary. So we had a look at all of these different points about the implications for a sedentary lifestyle. So we said it can increase your weight, make you more likely to be obese, increase your risk of heart attacks and heart disease, the effect of diabetes, also more likely if you're sedentary. We've got the fact that you're going to have poorer sleeping habits and also the fact you're more likely to feel tired. So all of these different things are more likely to occur if you're leading a sedentary lifestyle.